Today, we're going to unlock the secrets to getting exactly what you want from AI. Moving beyond just being a user to actually becoming a real collaborator with these amazing new tools. So, let's dive right in.
So, have you ever felt like your AI is just a bad listener? I mean, you've got this incredible tool right at your fingertips. It's like having a genie in a machine. But sometimes the answers you get back are just so generic or unhelpful, or sometimes they're just plain wrong. It's a super common frustration, right? It feels like you're not speaking the same language.
Well, here's the thing. The difference between a totally frustrating interaction and a brilliant one, it often comes down to just one thing: the quality of your prompt. Look here. A vague wish gets you a vague answer, but a wise wish, one that's clear and specific, that gets you a focused, super informative response. This is the power we're here to master today.
All right, so let's get into why this even happens. I think understanding the why is really the first step to becoming a better prompter and getting the results you're actually looking for.
Okay, so it's really helpful to think of your AI as this powerful but very literal genie. I mean, it can grant incredible wishes for information, for creativity, but it follows your instructions to the absolute letter, for better or for worse. It doesn't guess what you mean, it's not going to read between the lines. Nope, it just processes the exact words you give it.
So the big question is, how do we learn to speak the genie's language? How do we craft that perfect wish to get the perfect result? Well, that's exactly what we're about to find out. The solution, my friends, is a skill called prompt engineering, and it's basically the art and science of designing and tweaking your input prompts. Now, don't worry, this isn't about coding or some complex algorithms. It's really all about clear communication. It's the skill of crafting the perfect wish to bridge that gap between what you're thinking in your head and what the AI actually understands.
And mastering this whole art really starts with 3 foundational principles. Think of them as the 3 golden rules of wishing. And trust me, they will dramatically improve your results. First, be clear. Second, be specific. And third, provide context. Seriously, these 3 rules, they are the absolute bedrock of effective prompting.
Okay, now that we have the rules, let's build on them with a practical toolkit. We're going to look at 4 really powerful techniques you can start using like right now to put those golden rules into practice. All right, tool number 1, assign a persona. First thing you do, tell the AI who it should be. This works so well because it forces the AI to pull from all the text it was trained on related to that specific role. Like a doctor, or a poet, or a financial analyst. It instantly narrows its focus and helps it adopt the right tone and style. Just look at this. This simple instruction totally transforms the AI from just a generalist into a focused specialist. Instead of some theoretical explanation of passwords, you get a clear, step-by-step, action-oriented guide, exactly like a real chatbot would give you. See the difference? Okay, tool number 2, use explicit constraints. What I mean is, you got to give the AI clear boundaries to work within. Don't just let it ramble on forever. Seriously, constraints are your best friend here. They force the AI to be focused and deliver exactly what you need. No more, no less. For example, by setting a length constraint like in 3 sentences, you force the AI to be super concise and focus only on the most critical information. This is how you turn a giant wall of text into a punchy, easy-to-digest summary.
Tool number 3 is all about providing examples. Sometimes the best way to get what you want is to show, not just tell. You can guide the AI's thinking by giving it an example of what a good answer actually looks like. This technique is especially powerful for those complex or kind of abstract ideas. So with this prompt, you're grounding an abstract scientific concept in really concrete, relatable terms. The AI now understands not just what to explain, but how to explain it. And that leads to a much more illustrative and memorable response. It just clicks. And finally, our 4th tool, chain your prompts. This is a big one. You have to stop thinking of it as a single question and start seeing it as the beginning of a conversation. A great prompt is often just the first step in a dialogue where you refine and drill down to get more and more detail.
And this here is a perfect example of how you can build on previous answers. You start broad, right? Get a general overview. Then you follow up with a more specific question. This multi-turn approach lets you explore a topic in real depth and get exactly the details you need. All right, so once you get the basics down, you can start controlling some of the more advanced aspects of the AI's output. And a huge one is creativity.
you actually have way more control over it than you might think.
So, by adjusting a setting that's often called temperature, you can literally tell the AI whether you want a straightforward, factual answer or something more imaginative. The best way to think of it is like a creativity dial. It basically adjusts how much risk the AI takes when it's choosing the next word. A low temperature makes it pick the most probable, safest option, which leads to more factual text. But if you crank it up, the AI starts considering less likely, more surprising word choices, and that's where the real creativity comes from.
Now, this whole thing, it isn't just a technical exercise or some fun trick. Mastering this skill unlocks some incredibly powerful real-world applications that are shaping entire industries as we speak.
I mean, everything from building hyper-efficient customer support bots and powerful research tools to generating creative content and even designing interactive games. With these techniques, you're moving from just using AI to actually collaborating with it to create some truly amazing things.
You know, in the end, it all comes down to this one simple idea. The power isn't just in the AI. It's in the conversation you have with it. And you are in control of that conversation, which means you're in control of the outcome.
So, as this technology becomes more and more a part of our daily lives, knowing how to ask the right questions, how to make a wise wish, that's going to be the ultimate superpower. The genie is out of the bottle, and it is listening. The only question left is, what will you ask for?